Ladies and gentlemen, drivers, welcome. Um, we've just got a few things to note, obviously from last week. Um, so I'll just get this one out of the way. The incident limit is still 10 points. I'm not exactly too sure what happened last week, but as far as I know, it should be enforced this week. And just another thing to ask from the drivers for both series is, can we please leave a generous amount of space through going through corners while racing side by side? We don't want any incidents to happen, such as the Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton one that we saw last season in Formula One. Don't want any type of incident like that. We just want some clean racing from you guys. Please be sensible. But the rest should be common sense, really. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that could harm the drivers. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If there's any questions, message one of our admins, open a ticket, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So thank you and have a safe race. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 8, I believe, of the Anti-Stall Racing F3, F4 series. We're here at Silverstone. For the Formula 4 series up first, we have the National Circuit using the old pits and Cops Corner as turn 1. For Formula 3, that will be the Grand Prix circuit, so the full circuit that's used for Formula 1 as of today. But we're here. We're ready for this. As usual, it's myself, joined by Wes.
Oh.
So we've got quite an open circuit compared to what we used to. Normally, we could see a lot of slipstreaming, especially down this straight as this purple car is going along. I'm not too sure what the straight is called. I usually get Wellington Hangar mixed up.
Where are we at the circuit? I think this is Wellington. This is Wellington. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So you could see a lot of slipstreaming down there as are coming out of this corner. I keep honestly forgetting
Nutfield,
names.
is that one? I know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
got the track map to my right, and I'm meant to be English, so I'm meant to know them. Apparently, it's rules. So the championship standings as we go into this are as follows: Bastian is at the top with a 10-point margin. 10 points for a win. Don't forget. So he's got a winning margin over Kevin as we head into round number 8 of the season, followed by Ruben and Jasper Smelt, which they are both here. Ruben might not be. Jasper is. Ruben doesn't seem to be. We do have a few minutes left to qualify for them all to turn up, as a few of them have put their first times in. So that's how the top of the standings realistically look as we go into round 8. At the moment, oh look at that! It's less than a minute for a lap time. Is around here, so it's a very definitely the shortest circuit, we must say, of the season. I'd like to think.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think we have Alton Park next week, which I think it's near enough the full version, just without the chicanes there. So that'll be a longer lap time. I believe we have Suzuka and Okayama as well. Let me just double check that if I can find it. Yeah, so closing out the season, we have Silverstone today. We have Alton Park International with no chicanes next week, the following week we have Barcelona. The week after, Suzuka, which I believe
It's the West,
out
isn't
of
it?
those yeah. So
Yeah.
for those circuits, Formula 4 visit the shorter layouts, and then for the finale, rounding out the month of May, will be the Akiyama International Circuit.
Kevin is behind those buildings as it comes to the line, to the wall. And God, where's the line? There it is. On P4. So yeah, good season left to go. Qualifying slowly comes to an end. I think Sebastian might be on his second lap as well. He's obviously in the teammate with Kevin now in the orange anti-stall racing car. But yeah, good season comes to the end of good few tracks. Oulton Park, Silverstone, nice, Catalina. But they're all quite short circuits, aren't they? As well, we end with a free circuit of Okayama. But yeah, they're different to the... Well, today's different. Today, Spain and Suzuka are all different circuits to the Formula 3 class later on. So that's the difference in the calendars, really. This is where it comes to it. Because the F4 car's just not up to the same speed as the rest. As I've noticed, Jasper and Baz, again, not going to do a time in qualifying this week. So they haven't really done all season long.
Not really, no. I think the first couple of rounds, the Jasper race, he did qualify, but then I think possibly incidents along the way, going to turn one, stuff like that, being in the middle of the pack, you're in the chaos. That could have, forced him to take a tactical approach. Qualifying, start from the back, wait for all the chaos to happen, and then pick the pieces up and just run along with him.
Yeah, it has worked out quite nicely for them as we watch Kevin drive around now, getting some laps in as he's starts fourth as he's done all his runs in the session. Very close, obviously, with it being quite a short circuit. What's the gap between the top 7/10 between the top 11? Of course, we do have 13 as Jasper and Baz have, like we said. So yeah, probably the smallest grid maybe for Formula 4 this season. But a few big name absentees, I must admit. There, Adam Ramsey being one of them. He's not there. Five anyway. Yeah, there's quite a few not there. As I said before, Ruben not being there as well. Leon's not there. He's now P4 in the standings. He's not there as we look to the sky there. Yeah. I've been over that bridge. I bet quite a few people have been over that bridge. Getting to the infield of Silverstone. Look at that. Speed Machine sponsors. Wow, that's the failed Rallycross festival they tried. We were joined by someone and then we weren't joined by someone. I mean, Kevin, as long as we do wait for the next few minutes we got to go. Session's over. So yeah, qualify. Well, we can have a quick look back at the standings. Can't we? Might as well look at the rest of them. We did discuss the top two. They're pretty close. Ruben and Jasper, a little bit off now. What we got? How many rounds we got to go? We got
5 including this one.
5 including this one, and that's 10 races. 10 races, 100 points. Well, and then you add the 2 points in for fast laps. So quite a lot of points still up for grabs. But
120 points there.
Yeah, so anyone could still win it, but I'd like to think that we could probably rule out anyone outside the top 5 or 6, maybe. Probably not going to get the pile as Pascal prison. We got 4 here today? We do have 4, yeah, we have 4. Who out the top lot that isn't here? Is it just Ruben and Leon out of the top couple aren't here?
I think Leon is here.
Is Leon here? Oh, that's broken.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, but we are going to the grid now.
Oh no, it's broken. It's broken, dude, dog mate. Relay textures for me, please. There we go. Hopefully that solves it on the stream too. The grid. Not by much, but Sebastian is on pole with Harley Moss just behind him. as we've got a minute and a half to go. Jack Reeves in third place, Kevin Stan fourth, and Tapman fifth. Alexis in P6, Leon P7, P8 for Peter. Ovid in P9, Brian P10, and they're gridding, so we should immediately get rid of that. Here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Lights are out, then we are underway for race 1 of round 8. And Sebastian takes quite an early lead. Harley Moss getting swallowed off the start. Kevin on the inside, Jack on the outside. We are not going through Magnus Beckers and Chapel.
Yeah, we'll be turning right there.
Indeed. So it's going full circle to the right, down to the Wellington Straight. All cars seem to be pretty close together, but did see throughout practice and qualifying the field spread wasn't too big. Kevin looking down the inside of Jack. Is he going to make the move? And Jack just had him covered off there. He's made the move on Holly Moss. Car number 8 there. Harley's actually got the inside line, but Kevin possibly the better drive on the outside. It's going to be a drag race down to Cops. But Sebastian there with almost a second advantage over Jack.
Oh, he's gone for the
Harley
car back. Look
inside.
at that.
That is an absolutely beautiful move from Kevin Stamp. And Andy Tapman may possibly follow him here.
I'll give it an attempt. Fall is it? It's not four, is it? It's oh, he's gone deep as anything. He's off the road. He goes.
Onto the grass. Yeah, that's a spinner. So Harley possibly out of this race already.
Fun round. Everyone avoids him. Luckily. That was absolutely. Leon's now made a move. Yeah, sorry, Leon is here. Oh no, he's not. He's missed his brakes and he's caught Andy.
Yeah, it's just a misjudgment. That was nothing malicious.
Oh, there's another one off in the background. Baz has crashed in the background.
Quite a few.
And Brian. So Brian and Baz have had an incident at the same corner. So we have a quick look at what's happened to those two. Just behind us. So is that Brian going for a move, or is that Baz? Oh, Baz.
That's Jasper, I think, gone on the inside.
Oh, they've just.
Yeah, Brian just. I think he just drifted wide underneath the braking. But yeah, quite an interesting one, that.
Yeah, I think he has a slight moment, I think, and sadly the car's right next to him and he catches him.
Mm.
What we got here? We got 4 alongside Alexis then for P4. Yeah, they said in practice, as they swap over there, that the draft effect that everyone was talking about, they didn't expect there to be much overtaking actually in practice, did they? But immediately proven wrong, as Jasper is now up to P6, going for P5 on Alexis, which has covered him. He's kind of put him on the grass.
That got a bit spicy there. The heat picking up.
He's gone for it. He's not gone for it.
Whoa, that's like almost a side swipe at Alexis there, which has allowed Peter to get alongside, but I don't know about that one. Yeah. I don't think Alexis expected him to be up the inside coming out of Luffield, the last corner. But he's made a mistake, and that's allowed Jasper to get back onto the back of him.
Squeezed him a little bit there, but
indeed, they're getting ever so close. So close, too close, in fact.
Jasper up the inside, that's move done now, but yeah, they've got quite a bit close there during that lap a few times there, but they've got away with it luckily, and no harm done. But Jasper is now through. Close again for Alexis is coming back at him.
Just coming down, and just thought I'd note that as well.
Yeah, it has. And Alexis round the outside. Not going to make that, is he? Well, he's gone that wide, probably not.
It does, yeah. The side runs really wide there.
Guess he's allowed to stay close, very close as they ended the break it again. Alexis, is it him?
I don't think he expected him to break that late. Sorry, that early.
Yeah, he's giving a hit there. Round he's gone. Jack's gone for it, for the lead.
Down the inside.
Move completed there then for the lead. Andy Tapman is trying to pass Peter as well, and that move isn't completed. As
I think Andy just got a bit of oversteer mid corner and to correct it.
Have a quick look at the Jack pass for the lead. Ooh, no, we can't. Yes, we can. There we go. How did Jack do it? Up the inside, alongside. The Sebastian just tried to hang it around with him, and eventually the track just gives way to Jack, and he takes the lead there. Nicely done. Clean move. Jasper is immediately on the back of Harley Moss now as the lead closes up once again. Is it Sebastian's turn to take it back?
He's looking. He's peeking.
A little look. Andy Tapman is almost a three-car train, I think, there. And who's that? Gone with Owen. We've got Andy Tapman, Peter, and Owen, and Leon involved here. Well, what's this? P5. Nice livery on Owen's car there. Haven't got that too much, but that's nice and simple. Looks nice. Nice sponsors. That's all cool.
It's and clean.
Yes, yes. Perfect way of putting it. And of course, we've got the McLaren livery from Peter, which looks fantastic.
I've noticed it a few times when the liveries are a lot more simple. They seem to stand out a bit more. They look a lot nicer compared to, you know, obviously you got the McLaren livery. There's a bit more going on there. There's a bit more vulgarity to it with the colours and stuff like that. But you can look back at Owen's livery. It's just nice and simple. There's nothing, you know, too hectic in the design. As you see Peter pulling out to the outside now, and Tapman defending the inside for P5, I believe.
Will be Peters, I think, on the exit of this corner. Will Owen follow him through? I don't think he will. There might even be...
Andy might have a run here.
Yeah, he's got a good run on the exit, actually, hasn't he? Could be alongside, but he's going to be the wrong side of his car and have to just concede. Oh, he's hit him! Oh, no, that's gone horribly wrong!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's gone horribly wrong for all of them. Did Leon? I think Leon got away with it. Maybe, but Andy Tapman hasn't, and Noah's...
Oh, he's got damage on his front right.
Oh, that's
Owen's
unfortunate.
got damage on his front left. That is... Yeah, you can see the front left absolutely knackered.
Where can I find him going off? That's not good. Is that it? That might be it there, Andy.
Yeah.
Go with Andy Tapman for that one. A bit further back.
A little bit. So Peters... Okay, so Andy seems to have the better line going through that corner. Try and get in a run, but... Yeah, just ended up driving into the path of Peter.
Gets so much overspeed, does he?
Yeah, so you can see here, obviously Peter's gone a bit deep into the corner and he's tried to switch back and move.
Well, Leon did really well to avoid all of that, didn't he? There, I don't think Leon got any damages. Owen's just trying to get it round, I think, there.
I don't think he's going to be able to.
Oh, there's Alexis.
Oh.
Someone's round with Alexis there. I think that's Baz that's gone. No, Baz hasn't gone spinning round. Harley Moss.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Is there damage to that car?
Assume so. What happens to Harley Moss here then? He got it up. He's lost it on it.
Oh, yeah, he's just lost the car. He's caught it, and then it's just like he's caught it in what would have been Alexis' path to come through around the outside. So that would have been a clean move if he didn't have that incident.
Wow,
Alexis wouldn't have seen that.
Innocent bystander. Alexis there.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if Alexis has damage from that.
He's in the pit lane now, so I assume he definitely got some.
Oh. Okay then. So that confirms that.
Up ahead is back marker being lapped there of Overden lapped as Baz on the back of Leon. In this chaotic race, actually, to be fair, it's very... How many minutes we've gone by? 9 already have gone by, and yeah. Quite a small track. Quite a lot has already happened here in the first race of the night.
It has indeed. We've still got 5 minutes left. And the top two, they don't seem to be pulling away. Like, Jack doesn't seem to be pulling away, but Sebastian doesn't seem to be getting a bit closer either. The gap just staying at a steady around the second mark. But down from that, this seems to be the closest battle.
Yeah, Leon now being passed by Baz for P6. Baz a race winner so far this season. Quite a few race winners this season. Andy Tapman apparently crashed, but he's at the back in P12. Well, so that may be damage, or he's now entered the pit lane as well. So yeah, Andy Tapman might be out of this one. He's definitely out of the running for the points now as Sebastian gets the fastest lap of the race. That's probably quite close actually. I wonder if I can just pop up best lap times and see how close he is. It's close to the top, isn't it? They're actually both in the same tenth of a second.
Yeah. Been like that for a couple of laps now.
Harley Moss behind Peter. After both of them having an entertaining race, to say the least. Not going quite as according to their plans, I'm sure.
You don't. I expect.
Oh, Peter's
Peter's
just gone
severely
yeah,
wide there.
he's decided he didn't know. He just wanted to do the F1 track. I think there.
That's what that could have been. Just lapse of concentration. You're just driving around Silverstone. You know, obviously normally driving the GP track, not the national circuit.
It's now close
Everybody
again
just
for the
gets into
lead.
a rhythm.
Yeah, it gets
Indeed,
into
yeah.
yeah, very much so. You just naturally go for that one. And Sebastian now looks to the inside. I don't think he's going to do the move there. Yeah, for me, it actually feels unnatural to turn left here because I'm so used to doing it in the
Yeah.
touring cars. I'm like, yeah, I turn right, but yeah, it's quite a fast-flowing part of the circuit, that one.
Just looking, the gap when they crossed the line last time around was 61 thousandths of a second.
Wow.
So Sebastian's really turning up the heat now. Well, with what I assume would be 2, possibly 3 laps to go. Battle for first is really heating up. You just see in the background Kevin stands there. So if these two collide together, Kevin's gonna happily walk through the bits and pieces left by these two with I assume a huge grin on his face.
Yeah, this is a championship fight too between Sebastian and Kevin. So, at the moment, Kevin is losing out another point to Sebastian. So,
And although Jack Reeve is in P8 in the standings, there is still that that top 6 finish for him to have a chance to go up into Formula 3. Can't forget that.
I think we discussed quite at length, probably, wasn't it? Quite a bit last week.
Yeah.
How that system works. What was it? The shootout system, I believe.
Indeed, yeah.
Which is in how they do the playoffs, basically in the championship, going up to the Prem for the third to 6th. Them. So it is quite like the football tier system in England. The way this has ended up forming. So yeah, it's a good system. It's a system that should work. But we find out, of course. Be weird to see a few of these names. Well, it'd be really weird to see a few of these names in the Formula 3s next season instead.
It possibly will be, and then obviously we anticipate new names in Formula 4 as well. So
Yes.
it'll be good to look out for. Good to get to know some new people.
Sponsors on Sebastian's car, the Digital Motorsport and the Motors Garage. I always say it like that. It's garage, but garage if you're American.
Yeah.
For the setups, which I'm sure Sebastian and Kevin and Leon, maybe even Alexis, are running probably today. Maybe even more of them. I know a lot of people were using them in the GT3 series for the Christmas League. Sponsored by
I usually use their setups for most things actually. Major's Garage really do provide some good setups. Obviously, other setup shops are available, but usually what I found, Major's Garage, they produce some good setups, quite stable. A lot of their they do more oval racing and things like that, more NASCAR. I found setups are more lent towards a loose feeling, which actually tends to be faster as well.
This should be the final lap then.
Indeed, yes, we're over the 15-minute mark.
Can't get over the love heart overalls and Sebastian's legs there in the bottom of your screen.
You've seen that?
Caught out the corner of my eye.
That may be boxer shorts on that suit.
Got his lucky ones on. Heading to a P2. Got a few more corners to try and make it a P1. Jack has taken a win or two this season at the Red Bull Ring. Can't remember if they stood or not. Be absolutely certain with you. So Jack might be coming to his first win properly on the circuit after the stewards room, because there shouldn't realistically be anything they can say to him today. So Jack will take round number 8, race 1, Silverstone. Kevin P2. Kevin P2, Sebastian P2, Kevin P3. Everybody comes across the line. Jasper's gone across the line. Baz will be coming across now. Leon P7. Yes. Harley Moss will be eventually P8, because that was Andy Tapman in P12 coming across the line. There is Harley. Peter's already apparently finished, so the line must be higher up there as Alexis comes around the corner. This finish line isn't where the start line is.
So despite getting punted out on the first lap, Harley Moss has pole position for the second race.
Of course, yes. There you go, you can see it. Yes, reverse grid for the top 8. I don't even know what we're looking at there. That is something inside something, and I can't get off the grid, get off that camera. There we go. That was, we were in somewhere. We're in a building somewhere there. But yeah, Harley Moss will start on pole. Leon P2, Baz P3, Jasper P4, and 4 P5, Kevin P6, Bastian P7, P8 for Jack, then Peter, Alexis, Brian, Andy Tapman, and here we go then. Race 2 of the night.
It's P3, just waiting for... Oh, no, sorry, P4. Just waiting for Jasper to get it now.
There's a few incidents in that one, but I'd say a momentarily clean race. We go then?
Indeed, yeah. There were more race incidents rather than silly mistakes from drivers, but we are underway for race 2. Everyone seems to get a good getaway. And Jack's got a great getaway, already up the inside of Kevin. 3 wide into turn 1. On that one, as the contact behind, Peter is spun around. But Leon, it looks like he's going to take the lead off the start. Or is he? As Baz tries around the inside, Harley's looking to claim that spot back. Baz might have a good run on Leon here, into the slipstream. He's going to pull out to the inside. No, Leon defends the inside. He's going to have to go to the outside. Takes the racing line. Knows Leon's there. Harley following, and his teammate Jasper. And Sebastian's been tagged by Kevin.
They're inside each other, and they are stuck. They're probably at the stop as well. That's the 2 championship fighters out of this one for now. I wonder how much damage that's caused.
That's going to help Jack Reeve claim so many points towards the top of the championship. Obviously, Baz is up there as well. Baz and Jasper are both. So that's going to be good for them too. But yeah. Decent start.
Well, Kevin was able to continue, but then he's crashed now later on in the lap, so maybe some damage he didn't realise. We will have a look at it, but look at this. They're all still together at the front here.
Indeed. So the 2x2 from P3 down, or at least they were. Yeah, Jack's going to be looking past the 2 white and purple cars. Up the inside of cops. Do they both come out okay? Yes, they do. I'm not seeing Thor being flung off into the barriers, so that's a good sign. And Jack just holding back, trying to get a good run. Down the Wellington Straight, using Thor's slipstream.
Kevin and Sebastian are both in the pits.
Quite spicy at the front. Jasper's making a move for P2. Round the outside of Leon.
Good move he's done there. Leon's now might lose another place.
Yeah, he seems to be struggling a little bit. Much more than he'd like to. It is a Belgian 1-2 for the drivers in the back of green cars, followed by Harley Moss, who goes at the inside of Cops. They're going to be 3 wide. Or at least I thought they were. Jack's probably going to make it up the inside. But Thor there.
He has a moment, but he's done it.
Indeed, Thor runs slightly wide over the curb.
Well, Lexus has crashed from P9.
It's unfortunate for him.
And Jack has done it.
He has indeed.
Oh, that's a moment for number 8.
That's Holly Moss. He's run wide. Jack's almost been able to capitalise on that, but he just sits back in. Riding on board with him now. It's a good turn in there. Near perfect line through that corner. Is he going to look to make a move? He's looking to the outside. Well, the inside for now, what would be the outside. He's going to try and hang it round. He's managed to get straight a line. But doesn't seem to be gaining that much. Slipstream not being a massive factor, but... Oh, almost touching that. Is he going to get the switchback maneuver? He just runs a bit too wide for it. The top 2 really close together, and we've got these 4 cars behind them.
They've got a little bit of a gap, haven't they, now? Top 2.
Indeed. Just over a second.
So Andy Tapman has also apparently had an accident as well. He's also come to the pit. So all 4 cars that have had accidents have ended up in the pits. That's a bit close by Harley Moss, which will give Jack the run and probably through now.
Harley ran wide. It's going to be side by side with his teammate.
Oh, he's gone
Jack
for it.
Launches it up the inside. That is an audacious move, and that was probably something no one expected. He probably didn't even expect to make that himself. Just flirts with the gravel and exit of Lovefield, coming down to start finishing through Cops. But that was a brilliant move. Move the afternoon, evening, if you like.
And Harley Moss decides to do it as well. So Leon almost bullied out of the way so far in this race. Just noticed the
outside, Leon.
3 purple and white cars are running. Oh, as there's Leon. They were going to rerunning for a short period of time as 1 then in a line, but Leon's in the middle of it. He's probably just going to lose out to 4 as well now after that slight error, and he does. He just slots into P6. We have a little bit of order at the front for maybe a few seconds anyway. So might I have time to go back and finally see what happened to Kevin?
So lap 1.
Oh, look at the damage. You can see it actually. Look at that.
Yeah, so that's damage from lap 1. Going on to lap 2.
Oh, it's just...
Gets a bit squirmy on entry. Actually, you could see it. You can see the front nose there, bent downwards.
See if we can see what happens to Sebastian then with this chaos.
I think he turns in, not expect. Oh yeah, Kevin.
It's net code.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, very very obvious. But Sebastian seems to come off the better of the 2 drivers.
See what happens to Alexis in all of this. Is his own incident? Does he just drop it? Yeah, wow. Oh,
He's got front nose damage as well, actually. Before that.
Oh, really? Okay, so that all of that may be caused, and Tatman sadly running into the side of him after that, which then causes him to have front wing damage, and it tells me he had an incident as well. So maybe the lap after he maybe did the same thing. So front wing damage not good round here. Really unsettles the car through the fast corners that they have here at Silverstone.
I wonder if these two drivers are going to use team orders for the championship. I think Baz is...
Oh, Leon's around in the background on his own. He's got that going though, so he's now lost a place to Brian. Yeah, they're equal, aren't they? Pretty in the championship, I think, aren't they? Is it more?
No, Baz is 20 points behind Jasper.
So, right, so it is only an
Jasper,
extra point. So,
that could be the difference come to the end of the season.
yeah, that is a conversation that may or may not be happening between the two of them. Their other teammate of Ruben is the one that is the head of... There we go.
Is Baz... Yeah, no, Baz doesn't fight it.
Now Peter in P9 has crashed. So
P9 was Peter.
He's now ended up in the pit lane, so we'll see what happens to him. As long as everything's all good there between everybody. Seems that way. Happened that he's on his own, Peter.
Bit road steer, maybe? Pushing a bit too much.
Oh, yeah.
Car gets loose on entry. Says well.
Yeah, keeps it going.
Yeah,
Nothing happened. Jack's now immediately on Baz. Immediately.
Indeed. So Baz has released Jasper, though. That's probably the best move for the championship. And now he's got to try and keep Jack behind Jack and Baz.
Oh, he's gone for it immediately.
Indeed.
That's close.
This is going to
They're
be
touching.
Yeah.
They've both survived. They've both survived. But that's
So,
Baz
yeah.
has come out worse than there, I guess. He's going to lose 2 places. I'm not sure how they've managed that, but...
It looks as though both cars are unscathed. Without damage.
Wheel-to-wheel contact, they should be alright. But yeah, I don't know how they've managed that. They've in a straight line. I don't really... You can't really judge who's come across who there. I don't know if either of them made too much movement, but... Baz trying to stick with it here. He's stayed in P3 for now with Harley in front. He's going to squeeze him a bit, but they will fight this. I think Harley might come out on top. Baz is going to run out of room.
Gets his elbows out and forces to move through. So that's a good move from Harley there. Almost contact there. They're any closer.
Very close. Very close racing.
Indeed.
Five minutes to go in this race. Can 4 get Baz for P4 then? The lead has come down a little bit, but it's quite a bit. It's the biggest it's been all race at a second now, so gaps are starting to form.
Looking the inside. He's going to launch it now. He sends it down the inside. Baz locks up. Backs out of it.
Yeah, interesting there.
And Tatman's going to try and not to make a move or get a run at least.
To see how this one's played out here. Jack has brought the gap a little bit further down now on Jasper as well. Can Jack get 2 for 2? That'd be a big, big thing for him in this championship. Sebastian and Kevin have got back into the points now in P9 and 10, and I do believe, just have a look, but I think that the fastest lap is going to Sebastian. I'll just double check that. Oh, it's Kevin at the moment. Oh, that's close, isn't it? Again, the fastest lap there.
Yeah. And close on track as well, from what I can see on my...
Yeah, they are. There they are.
Let's go.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, Jasper's probably got a couple laps to try and close... Jasper's got a couple laps to try and fend off Jack, who was chasing down.
Apparently, people couldn't hear the cars, so I've turned them up a little bit more to see if you can hear them now. Hopefully you can, as it continues the battle between Baz and Harley. A little bit of a touch there. That's
Yeah.
allowed fall through.
I think that was a good move. That it was very fair. Baz had the corner.
Baz stays in P3. He's done a good job of that after it looked like he was about to fall down the order pretty quickly. But Jack has now got that 1 second gap down to nothing, and he's taken the
look at him.
fastest lap as well.
He's on his gearbox. This possibly could be the last lap.
Well, I think we're what is it, 55 steps? Oh, we'll squeeze another, I think, at least. I think we should be good. One. See when we cross the line this time. 4 has got Baz, or he's alongside. He's trying to go around his outside there, so that's a good move.
He's
If
got
he
the
pulls
inside
it
line
off.
for the next corner. Is Harley going to follow him through, check out the inside? He looks like, he is. He pulled to the inside. He's looking for it.
Technically through, but he's on the outside line. He's just going to run out of the room, I think, there.
Good racing between these two.
Still side by side.
Indeed. Has something happened between the top two?
He's dropped off a bit for a few corners. Interesting.
Baz and Harley so close.
With Jack getting the fastest lap, he's getting some good points. So does he really need to risk an extra one for the win?
He's already getting the top points in P2 with the fastest
Oh, that's
lap.
close, and Baz is back through again. Oh, Jack's round!
And that's Jack. And Thor's
And
round
Fall's crashed as
Thor's
well! They're going to have contact!
Oh, that's a bad rejoin.
Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong!
Bad rejoin from Thor.
And is it broken his car? Oh, that last one, has it broken him? It has!
Yeah, right rear's gone.
Wow, that last contact has just ruined it.
So it's gone from what could have been top points to 2 points, but
Wow.
yeah.
And it wasn't even, we're on the final lap now, so I wonder if he was even... Oh, did he try something that he shouldn't have? Let's have a look. Did he crash on his own?
Yeah, he might have just
He
flicking it in.
Yeah, he's gone on his
Jas
own.
was going slower than he anticipated. Has to alter his his speed, his line, his approach mid corner, and then Thor just
I think he just
sees Jack. I think.
Yeah, I think he spins on that, and it's just. It's pro car. Jasper though will take the win. It's another one in the F4 Championship. Oh, it's chaotic. It's a 1-2 as well. Baz kept for second.
Indeed. It's been a while for Jasper, I think.
Has been a little while, hasn't it? Harley Moss takes P3. Yeah, it has been quite a while. Think about it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is a chaotic end. I did not see that one coming.
Looking back at it, Hockenheim
Wow.
could have possibly been. So that was what 4 or 5 races ago. 4 or 5 rounds ago.
Yeah, it was a little while ago, wasn't it?
Took 16 points. Yeah, the last 4 rounds he's took 7 for 3 of them, 5 at Monza. But he's got 10 today, and what did he take from race 1? He got P4, so that would be 7 points. So he's got 17 points from today's round here at Silverstone. Equals his total from round 1, actually, which is his most.
That was Oh, what a crazy end there! Crazy, absolutely crazy end.
Yeah, that really turned on its head.
Oh yeah, I can't believe that. I looked like I had it all in the bag. It looked all calm. The battle was for third, and then yeah, wow, the battle for third disappeared, and what four fell down to P9 in the end, and Jack out with just the fastest lap. But yeah, what a crazy F4. Not how we saw that one going at all. As there's three, that looks lovely as scenic. That was great by them three to have that moment as they just went past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Under us. That looked great. I wonder if they're still doing that. That was lovely. Four and co. No, they're crashing into each other. It's upside down. The loveliness of them coming under as a free has not survived turn one. But what an interesting turn of events in Formula 4 there. And we're now going to move on to Formula 3, which is the full circuit layout, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. I'll just check my thing quick. It is. We're about to see the full circuit of Silverstone. We're back. We will be back in a few minutes' time for the Formula 3 round 8.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for Formula 3 this time. We are on the full Grand Prix layout now. So back to the new pits. And we've got some swanky new cameras to show off for you this evening. Formula 3. These are magnificent. Just looking. Oh, that is a driver going off. Yeah, the dynamic TV cameras. pretty similar to Formula 4, but you can get a real sense of the speed with these faster cars.
Ooh.
As I say that, he spins. That's commentator's curse firing right at him. Yeah. The full minute longer, lap time wise, compared to the Formula 4 around the circuit they were driving.
4 minutes longer, is it? Quite a lot of circuit for a minute as well, isn't it?
Yeah. About minute 51 is the fastest time we got so far, set by Daniel Hieronymo, which is half a second quicker.
Currently P7 in the standings at the moment, and I'm not seeing a Benny on the list of people here today. I'm gonna put that one out there now.
Christian's definitely going to take the top spot. If that's the case.
Yeah, ignore the drops of frames, everybody. It's not the stream. That is just straight up my game there, not being able to cope with, I guess, zooming out and everything else all at once. But yeah, 7 points between the top two, between Benny and Christian. That gap came down massively last time out, and we are getting towards the tail end of the season now at round number 8. So we got what have we got to go? We got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 races.
5 including this one, I think.
It's 5 including this one, so as just same standings as the Formula 4. So they got what 120 points on offer. It's close for the top. It's between the top two, you'd have to say.
Indeed, unless Carlos Fernandez or Theo Giardini can, pull out an absolute masterclass, have so much luck to the point they take a championship. But I feel like from P3 down to P6, that's going to fight for the rest of the drivers. Benny and Christian just way out in front. What's that? Almost 40 points.
Yeah, it's around just under 40 points in front there. They are gone in the case of the championship here today.
But I feel like it's going to be Christian taking what essentially has been Benny's crown all season. This will be the first time Benny drops P1 in the standings, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, he's been absolutely dominant. We keep saying he's been dominant the whole season, but then we look at the championship standings there, and that's, yes, dominant, but it's only a 7-point gap, so we must start to give some praise maybe to Christian for keeping it as close as it is.
Indeed. Yeah, obviously he missed, I believe, the first round.
Yeah, he missed the first one.
Joined at Spa.
Yeah.
He's been very, very quick ever since.
He had wheel issues in Spa too as well, which took some points away from him.
So it wasn't the first the great debut he would have wanted. But he has fought like really, really well, taking advantage of anything that's come his way. That's showing only 7 points off the top of the standings with 5 rounds to go.
He's done well there. Yeah, only 9. We said about there being 13 in Formula 4 today, but only 9 in Formula 3. Is it something about this circuit that people maybe just don't have Silverstone, maybe? Or is it the time in this season, with it being nearing the end? Are people now choosing whether or not they're in title fights, whether to continue or not?
That could be the case with some drivers, but I still feel like many drivers are still going to go for that promotion shootout race. Still gives them a chance to help them up into the next tier. But I think Silverstone's a track that it doesn't feature that often on the iRacing schedules. So not a lot of drivers will have it.
I only got it because when the new Formula One car, the Mercedes car, came out, yeah, the next when I wanted to use it, it was on this circuit. That's the only reason I got it.
Yeah, that's
Only
right.
reason. Actually, that's a lie, or is it a lie? Did I have it because of? Ooh, did I have it because of the touring car? I might have already had it because of the touring car series. That might be. I
Interesting.
can't remember which happened first.
I generally cannot remember why I bought this circuit.
Yeah, it doesn't feature much. Good circuit, of course, but
Indeed, yeah. But I think that the fact that it doesn't feature a lot will possibly mean will be the reason behind only 9 drivers showing up today.
yeah, it is unfortunate.
So we got 30 seconds till qualifying hits as the Scari just takes a little detour on the other part of the circuit there. A little escape road. Field spread. In total, 2 seconds. Which, if you look at how long the circuit is roughly the same as what we saw in Formula 4 across that series with that car and that track configuration.
We had good races there. Obviously, these are 20 minutes long, as we're also using a longer circuit, so we probably will have less. Ooh, we probably have an equal amount of laps. Thinking about it, it's a minute longer, but 25-minute longer race, so that might even itself out there.
Possibly could. So you can see around 10 laps. 20 minutes, yeah. 10 to 12 laps, possibly. Qualifying's on. Close qualifying. It's like a 2-lap shootout, as you call it. And in the F1 games, you have one-shot qualifying. That option. You get 1 lap to set your lap time. In iRacing, their close qualifying sessions, you get 2 laps. Or however many laps over how many minutes you want to set. Usually in the iRacing created series, you get 2 laps.
Two big names missing today as well. Benny being the main one, I'd say.
Indeed. Yeah, Christian's definitely going to be a driver to watch. Only 4 fastest in practice. With car number 1, Daniel Geronimo, taking the top spot by over half a second there. So he's definitely going to want to watch. Theo behind him. And Mario, Christian, Jose, Enzo, Theo's brother, Bruno, Scari, and Ricardo, rounding out the field there. As we can watch Bruno take his first flying lap. Around the final corner. This is lap 1. 142 mile an hour going through just before going through Abbey. Now he'll turn left onto the Wellington Straight as the other drivers turned right earlier this evening. Out towards the field. Easy, nice and neat. Nice tight line. It's a good exit. Oh, nice nail it. It's the corner really nice. And down into cups. Flicks her in. And she's stuck. Through Maggots. Through Beckett's. And then through Chapel. And then down the hanger straight. For flicking her through Stowe corner. Beautiful line through there. Now late braking. The car flicked in. Left and right. And through the final corner. And that's a lap of Silverstone. And that's going to give Bruno a 152.5. So a 10 slower than in practice. Mario Nicholas 5/10 slower than he did in practice. Gary is currently top. Daniel Geronimo a second slower than what he did in practice. Jose, the only one with the 151. Christian going to set a 151.5, so that's provisional pole position for Christian, the only driver to improve on his practice time.
Interesting. Both of the Galidani's times didn't count. Theo's was good enough for provisional pole, so they've both gone wide somewhere on their laps. Also to note with this Silverstone circuit, they've taken 4 minutes to get their first one in, so you really did need to leave the pit lane within the first 2 minutes, which all of the drivers have. To note.
Indeed, yeah. So no one taking the approach of not qualifying. Everyone going to set a lap.
Mario's got one purple sector. He does seem to be up. Both of the Gilidanis are both up on their times that they obviously didn't set, but they're up on them.
Indeed, I just saw Mario slide through Stowe corner there, so I could have killed some of his time off. At the final corner. So you're going to set 151.6, so yeah. 10th off pole position.
Been slightly quicker with his first sector.
Jose.
Jose's gone pole.
Yeah, Jose Rodriguez, pole position, provisional. What's the go? Sorry, Christian going to set. Provisional pole position. It's a 151.2 for Christian. And Theo, a 151.0 for the French driver. That's going to, I assume that's going to be pole position.
No one else is coming. No one else. Be it.
So that's pole position for Theo Giardini. Christian Glamsiter in P2. That is a very, very skillful front row.
The front row, that is. Close in the times in the end. Look at that. Top 4, 6 tenths, top 5, 1 second, and then 6th and 5th, 7th, 10th apart. Yeah, it looks close. Daniel, which didn't he get top spot in practice?
He did.
P8 there, so.
He did. His practice time would have been good enough to put in P3.
There's there's speed to come then into the race, I think.
Indeed, so he's definitely one to watch out for. I think Ricardo, he's not going to be there as such. His time's proving to be a bit slower than the rest of them. But you never know. Anything could happen.
It's Formula 3. We've had a lot happen this season.
It's Formula Racing. Anything can happen. Seen plenty of things over the season. Many race winners Yeah, Florida 3. So many things. We've seen Alex Aguirre down the inside of Pouon.
Look at that. You can even see the rallycross circuit on. Best rallycross circuit in the world, I must admit to you. It's one of them. That looks great, actually, that shot. Not the clouds, but that looks nice as well. But shot of the whole circuit there. Great to see all of it. Grid. It's forming.
Indeed. Do you want to go to our pole position camera when he grids in?
Oh, I'd love to. I'm hovering over waiting for him to get in.
Come on, Theo. So your grid then. You have Theo Giardini in P1, pole position. Christian Glanceter in P2. And we have Jose Rodriguez in P3 with a valid effort for trying to steal pole away. Mario Nicholas P4, Enzo, Theo's brother P5. And we have Bruno P6, Ascari P7, Daniel P8, and Ricardo P9. And I think Theo's going to wait till... Yeah, he is.
Oh, fan of
That's
that.
beautiful.
Fan
This is your pole position man. Car number 71. Looks like they're ready to go. And they're underway, so a few drivers starting from the pits. Maybe just one in Enzo. But Christian got an absolutely wonderful launch. Enzo comes out the pits just behind in the background.
Yeah, he went for the safe option then in the end. Lost a bit of time by doing that, but yeah, he's gone for the safe one. Everyone, if they finish, should get points here, there being 9 cars.
Indeed, so Billy shall get his 2 points if you finish. Theo making a comeback already. Back up to P2. But I feel like Christian's going to possibly walk away with this one. And see what Theo can do.
Rome has already made up gains. He's into P4 now. We haven't even done half a lap.
Yep. 3 cops now. We've got a couple side by side. Yeah, fairly relaxed though. Action wise. That's a beautiful shot, just trackside there.
Lovely, one of them kicking up some grass there on the way in. It was nice to see it. That is Scary in the background looking for a move. It's just clipped the grass, but he's not going to make that one a bit wide. Just to stay P7 for now. Everyone's chilled out a little bit after the first lap. But yeah, it's a long circuit, so you expect that. But everyone close together still. Within a second of each other, which is nice. We definitely do have a race on our hands if Daniel can get up the order. Look at that. Wow, he's attacking there, isn't he? Look at the way he's driving into the corner.
I feel like doing that though is cost himself a little bit.
Yeah, slow, fast
out.
in there is a bit not the way to go, maybe.
Possibly not. But it doesn't seem to have lost out too much there, so I don't think he'll be complaining all that much.
Actually, pretty close. Speed camera, like through the old turn 1. Well, Woodcote. Well, that is. Surprise is not on the inside of the corner, actually.
Indeed, possibly next lap round.
I watched them weave their way through Magus and Beckers.
Indeed, yeah. So satisfying when you see the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cars just follow each other down.
Daniel is the closest to the car in front here. Started P8, P4 already. On the back of P3. Topped the times in practice. Probably just didn't get a tyre. Very good time in, I guess, in qualifying. It happens, doesn't it, in qualifying? You've got 2 laps to get a time in. If you could easily make 2 mistakes, you know, and that's qualifying done for you.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times myself. There we go.
I found a way of keeping myself entertained during some races, which is nice. As we go already, we've had nearly 5 minutes. What they done? We're on lap 3, so it's an extremely long lap, isn't it? Really, when you think about it. I guess you don't notice it too much in Formula 1. It is quite long, but then yeah, in these Formula cars, they really do make the circuit look quite huge. As Enzo, of course, in P9, after deciding that he wanted the safe option and starting from the pit lane, got a 3.7 gap to close still to Ricciardo. Through once again. Scari closing a little bit on Bruno there in P6 as well. This is a big loss at the moment for Benny in the championship.
It is indeed, yeah.
Him to miss out here, and if Christian does take these 10 points, he moves into the lead of the championship. And then again, if he wins the next race as well, he could start to actually gap Benny, which is incredible to me. Absolutely incredible that someone could do that in this season.
Don't forget there is fastest lap points there as well. There's 24 points for a clean sweep.
Yes. Possible. It's very possible. With having little... If there's less drivers, less chance of crashes too, so... That means Christian can probably have it all of his own way. But for God's sake, reverse grid puts him with no one really behind him too. So
Indeed, even if you finish second to last in the race, you've got reverse pole position. So near enough the entire grid is flipped, which means Enzo would miss out at the moment.
yeah, Enzo.
He goes to start from the pit lane.
Well, I wonder if he started 9th again, if he'd just stay on the grid. He was somewhat mid-pack, wasn't he? I think he was about P7, P6 in the starting order, so I can kind of see why he decided that maybe turn 1 was going to be a bit risky and not go for it.
Sorry, it was P5. So yeah, bang in the middle.
Yeah, well, you see why. I want to not risk that one. He is bringing the gap down to Ricciardo, so we got a 20-minute race, so he'll probably get to him. Whether or not he will pass him for P8. As always, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I don't know if this is the first time, but we've got more viewers than drivers, so how about that?
Wow, that's very interesting.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching.
Possibly some drivers that aren't here watching along.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, a few of you, if you're not here, and... Oh, Theo's disappeared and not come back.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yep, he's still not back. He's blinked out and never returned.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, his brother's still
This is
in.
not good.
He got the fastest lap, and then he's blimped out. So we've lost P2, man, and I can't go on board him, and he's just not returned at all, so... That's unfortunate. We may have just lost second place. Yeah, we've lost second place, it looks like it, from this race. And, but yeah, I do believe he's got the fastest lap. Yeah, so I guess that still goes to him because he said it. I guess he doesn't. You don't need to finish to have the fast lap points, do you?
I'm not too sure about finishing up, but I know you can finish outside the top 10 and still get them.
Yeah, there we go. Question to the runners. Oh no, there's been a crash. There actually has been one. Or two separate ones maybe here. Let's go on board with Bruno and see what's happened to Bruno.
Yeah, just to confirm, Theo's connection has dropped. Bruno's...
On the
dropped it
exit?
from that little... Yeah.
Whee! There we go. Scurry avoids nicely. There's one incident, and then Enzo has his own. Did he do the same thing? Did we see someone? Oh, he's lost it earlier, but yeah, same.
Just the trigger happy with the throttle. Tries to put the power down, the rear slips out. Tires don't like it. And they go, no, I'm not having this. And chucks the rear out. Spins you around, but you can see the two Portugal iRacing team drivers going wheel to wheel. Ricardo behind, Bruno in front. Ricardo with the gold orange wheels. Bruno with the silvery chrome looking wheels.
666.
Makes it easier for you. Yeah. 666, normally known as the devil's number.
Yes. I've done well this season, picking up a few points here and there. I believe he's been on the podium, hasn't Bruno, if I'm not wrong. Like he's got one. Yeah.
I think so.
I feel like I recall saying that at some point this season. So. Daniel has closed the gap to Josie again. Now it's for P2, so as we're at the halfway point of race 1. That is very unfortunate for Theo. I wonder if he'll get back for a race 2. Big points he's just lost out on there. Yeah, hopefully someone from the organisation can confirm whether or not he'll get the fast lap points. You never know, he could still, got 10 minutes to go, could get beaten anyway, but for now, at least I wonder if he gets those, because I think he even did the fastest lap as he went across the line and disconnected, so that's extremely unfortunate.
Indeed it is. Hey, if no one beats it, I don't see why he wouldn't take the fastest those points.
Yeah.
And those points, as it stands, will put him 1 point behind third place in the standings.
Look at that, the grandstand in the background as they cross the line, go on to lap 7. How time did he do? So he did a 51.5. They're a couple temps off him, so it is possible for him to... He's back in the session. No. Oh, Rodriguez has crashed. Rodriguez has spun from second place.
It's going to allow Mario Nicholas to get a bit close to him as well. Try and pounce.
What do you do then? Does he
on that error?
Drop it on his own, or does Daniel scare him?
I think he would drop it on his own. Yeah,
On
under
the-
braking.
Wow, yeah.
Car's already gone.
And back on the throttle immediately. But yeah, down to third now. So Daniel up to P2. Got to chase Christian down. Got a battle for third now. But yeah, it's not easy. We've learned throughout this season, haven't we? That the Formula 3 cars, you can drop it on the brakes, easily drop on acceleration. They're not an easy car to get used to.
Indeed.
That's a look from
You see
Mario.
Oh, we almost had.
Didn't it get recreated in the Formula 1 series for Anti-Stall? I believe it happened. I think I've seen a clip of it. I've seen a clip of it actually. The leaders did a Hamilton Verstappen in Anti-Stall racing on Monday nights when they came to Silverstone. I'm almost certain I've seen that clip. But it was, I watched it and I just was loving life because it was brilliant to watch. That it had happened not only in real life, it's just repeated immediately in the virtual world too. It's just great that history repeats itself. Do you remember when, who was it? It might have been like Gutierrez, I think, and Maldonado or Grosjean had a crash at Bahrain where one of them touched the other and it flipped the car. Yeah. See, I did a Formula 1 race like the next week after that at Bahrain. And I can't believe it, but the whole situation, the coming out the pits, everything, the exact same thing happened in the game. and I'd never seen it since. But it was amazing to happen the week after it happened there. Mario's gonna have a look here. He does. Mario up to P3 then. Nice move on the brakes. Yeah, it's just insane, isn't it, how the virtual world can immediately just copy the... We always think about physics sometimes and how silly things happen, and then something silly happens in the real world, and then it's copied immediately in the virtual, and you're like, okay, maybe physics are closer than we actually thought. The irony in things. A lovely helmet that is actually from Rodriguez. Rio is back in the session, so he's left the pit lane, so he's driving around a lap down. Well, only a lap down, to be fair. That's quite impressive. That only cost him a lap, but he will be in the second race. He will start at the moment from the back because I believe his brother is going to start on pole at the moment. Well, it's a bit close there, isn't it, between Ricciardo and Enzo? Look at besides side by side, and Ricciardo decides to back out of that one. Enzo definitely wasn't backing out anytime soon there. Interesting to note that the car in front of Enzo now is his brother of Theo, who's just hassling the back of Bruno. Rodriguez still stuck. Now behind Mario for P3. The battle is still on. Less than a second now. 5 minutes to go in this race. Battle's very much on. Rodriguez thinks about it, but not able to do anything. The gap at the front has somewhat stayed the same between Christian and Daniel. Good drive by Daniel to get up to P2. Oh, a bit of a slide there from Jose, and he has to back off the throttle and allow Mario to pull away. Lovely angle of him going through there then. Oh, wow. Hello, we're looking at some lovely clouds there. We are. Oh, there's a moment for Mario, I believe, there, looking at it. A little bit of a wiggle, I think, through Beckett's. Is it Beckett's? It is Beckett's.
I think it's Beckett's Chapel. That's the sequence of the corners.
Yeah, so he's...
First left, yeah, the first left kink's not really part of that.
Oh, he's pitting.
So right, left, right.
Rodriguez is pitting. What on earth?
That's interesting.
I didn't expect to see this at all. I
Oh, he's got
know...
a black flag.
Has he?
Yeah. So it's like the drive-through penalty we talked about last week. Has he accumulated 10 incident points?
I found, well, maybe he must have. I've got him up, and only one. A few people have got two. A few people have got. Sorry, one person got two. One's got one. So
He's driven the entire way through. So
yeah,
that's the first drive-through penalty of the series. That's promoted Ascari up in... sorry, no, that's I'm looking at the wrong thing.
no, that's promoted Sky. Yeah, no, I agree. Right. As Enzo passes Bruno after his brother also got involved. I'm intrigued how that's gone, but
Bruno launched it. Oh, he's looking.
oh, in the front of them, it's Theo is
Yep.
spinning around.
What if Enzo's absolutely screaming at him, telling him not to scare him like that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
spin
would
in
be
front
scared
of
if
me.
my brother did that.
Quickly have a nice little look at the Enzo pass then. Here it is. A little bit of a moment, I think, there for Bruno, and
Oh, he just capitalises beautifully.
yeah, just a nice run. Enzo is now actually. After all of that, we thought he started from the pit lane and everything and stuck in P9 for a while. Now up to P5 immediately. I've been asked if I can start earlier tomorrow. Of course I can. Yeah, that's good run in the end by him, deciding to get out of the chaos. Well, there wasn't any chaos in turn 1 anyway, was there? But he went for the safer option, and it's worked out for him. His brother's issues has promoted him, as well as Jose having a drive-through. He's now on the back of Bruno. We're going on to the final lap of race number 1. Is he going to launch here, do you think? Yes, he's gonna. There goes Jose. To P6. Good clean move in the end, actually. Will he get to Enzo in time? He's got 1.8 to close down in 1 lap. It's going to be a massive ask for him to do so. The time ticks down. Driver's looking comfortable. Good position for Scari there in P4. I'd be happy with that performance.
Yeah, that's good points for all those drivers. Daniel fought way back up to P2, but it's going to be Christian, I think. Who was going to end up taking this race win. That's going to be big points. I think that already leaps him up ahead of Benny by about 3 points in the championship.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I do think you're right, and I do believe
There's a 7-point gap.
that Theo, as he's back in anyway, will get those 2 points. So at least Theo's getting 4 from this race, looking at it still. But yeah.
That's Christian.
He's taking a fast lap on the final lap. He's taken it all.
Wow.
He's taken the win and the fastest lap. Did not see that one coming. Well done to him. P2 for Daniel, P3 for Mario. Ascari gets P4, Enzo gets P5. Bruno does beat Jose in P6 in the end. It's interesting. We'll have a look at how that quickly is unfolded just before they all crossed the line. What happened here? Bruno... I think Jose just lets him go. Looking at that down the back straight. Interesting. This is how it lines up then. Ricardo will take pole. Jose P2. Maybe that might be why he's given up a point for P2 on the grid here. Has Jose. Bruno P3, P4 for Enzo, P5 for Ascari, P6 for Mario, P7 for Daniel, Christian in P8 and Theo P9. Here we go then. Everyone get ready. Lights are on, here we go. Quite even start, I'd say, throughout the field. And again, I'd say absolutely no chaos. Oh, one car's actually gone well off, and I think it's Ricardo. I don't know where he's going to rejoin. Well out of the way of everybody else, but the 2 cars have contact. It's Enzo and Bruno have had contact turn 2. Well, technically, I think turn 3 even, that might be. Jose's got a big gap as everyone moves about. Christian tries to follow Mario to get some slipstream. Ascari's involved as well. Theo's thinking about it. Everyone making absolutely moves for days here. Not calm just yet. Big 2-second gap at the front. They all come in a line. Daniel's just behind Theo. Has a look. Ascari might think about it. Everyone stays in a nice line. They're going to go a bit wide there in the background, but everyone stays on. go through Megas and Beckers for the first time in this race. Arrow still in P2. Theo on the back there of Ascari. We'll have a look. I'll get some slipstream down this back straight. Just want the hanger one. Theo now up the inside. That looks like it's going to be a done move through there. Through snow. Into P4. Hopefully his connection can stay with him this time. He did have the pace to stay with everyone in the first race. Once this is all evened out a little bit, we will go back to the turn 3 incident between Enzo and Ricciardo. Daniel has a look in the background. He's I thought, has he gone for it fully? No, not in the end. Back to have a bit Christian now. Almost setting Mario up, I feel, here through these corners. He's actually gone around him. It's a good run here. A little bit of movement. Can he get to the inside? He get a little bit of slipstream, then he'll go to the inside. Christian goes try and make the move for P2. I think he might have that done. Maybe has to go around the outside for this part, but could have a better exit. Going to be quite close. They might have to go side by side. Through Cops, here we go. Daniel's on the back of... No, sorry, not for Daniel, it's Theo. It's going to be a bit close. They're going to be 3 wide in the Cops. They are 3 wide, and that's amazing by Theo. It's amazing by all of them.
Sky gets a bit...
Sky had
knocked
contact,
off the
didn't he?
side there. But that is absolutely unheard of. 3 wide to Cops.
And they all survived beautifully.
You could be the first ever commentator to say those words.
Yeah, I can't believe that. They played really nicely there. They all... Oh,
indeed.
Someone got a picture of that one. Christian still trying to pass Mario. Theo's done the both of them and tried to pull away now. Christian to the outside of Stowe. Oh, they touched... No! I thought I was about to say they've done a weldy, but no. Round they go. And that's big damage from Mario. They almost pulled it off. Oh, it was so, so close. I was about to say the passes we are seeing for this. And that's
Christian's
just...
got heavy damage.
Heavy damage. Let's have a replay of that one. To the outside. Round he goes. Almost done. Almost. And, well, he can't do anything about it. I'm sure Mario can't turn any more than he already was. It's just unfortunate for that one. We'll go back now to the first crash in the end, which was with Enzo, and it's already happened by that point. So we'll go a bit further back. How does it happen then? He's all on his own here. And, oh, that's a missing of the brakes, I think, by... I think it's... No, it's not Ricciardo, is it? Because Ricciardo's behind, so I wonder who that was involved in all that. And then Enzo has another incident. Was it Bruno, maybe, then? That missed his brakes? Because he apparently crashed, so I assume it was Bruno. This is a little bit later in the lap, so he must have some damage, and he's gone straight on, so it must have been Bruno that was involved in that one. At the start, he must have massively missed his brakes compared to Enzo, and that's unfortunate for Enzo there in that one. And it was, I can't believe we watched that 3 wide, and yeah, that was amazing. Unfortunate how it ended in Stowe, but I'm so that fascinated by it that we're gonna go watch it again. Here we go then. Just enjoy.
That was unbelievable.
No contact at all. No contact. They all lovely. That's
Possibly
how you do it.
a little love tap between Mario and Christian, but
Do you think that was there?
possibly. I mean, they have to see from various angles, but from the TV angle, I think there was possibly just some slight just a bit of a little wheel bang.
Oh, I don't know if this one's gonna show it.
No.
I think we get away. Definitely in the background of Ascari there was.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a wheel bang, but he survives. Enzo now has the fast lap of the race, actually. Interesting. what a pass that was. Brilliantly done by Theo to get him up into P2 there after disconnecting the first one. Got a 2-second gap to close down. Daniel's following him through. Got a lock up there as well, I think, from Theo. And he's made a mess of that corner. And that has put Daniel on the back of it now. Daniel's going to go for it. Here we go. Up the inside. Lovely, and he's done it as well. Great moves. We've seen some great moves today. It's up to the corpse. They're side by side nearly into the Mackens and Beckett's. Oh, his Theo's nearly pushing him through. They're racing super hard. They've cost themselves a second to the leader, but really racing hard. Now down the hanger straight. And got a defending there by Daniel all the way to the inside. Forces Theo to the outside. Can he go around the outside of Stowe? Can we get a clean pass here? Ooh, looking at that, we should say yes, but he's going to go off the circuit slightly. But I think, well, Daniel gave him enough room to be fine with that. And Theo back up to P2 now as he makes another little lock up. Absolutely glorious move. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant racing as always in Formula 3. These two have got to stop racing if they want to catch the leader. Daniel's had a look there, hasn't he? He's had a cheeky look. Yeah, I think Ascari had a moment as he's done a 2-minute 2 lap time, so 10 seconds off the pace. So a slight moment for Ascari. It did say he's gone off the circuit on that lap, so didn't spin on. I think just made an excursion at some point. Daniel again has a little look. He's making Theo look, think about it. And another little lock up. They've both had a little lock up. We get a good run again, isn't he? Here we go. Are we going to have another side-by-side through Cops?
Possibly could, you know. He's getting ever so close. Theo defends the inside, down to the outside.
Moment for
Both
Theo.
clicking.
They're costing each other so much time. Daniel looks one way, looks the other. He's not going to do it there. Theo knows. He turns in with confidence. Christian now has the fast lap of the race. As if anything needed a change in this race. What's that? What's he on? 5 points for P8 and the fast lap, I think, now. So, at least for Benny, it's not too bad. Christian's not going to win the both of the races, so...
Yeah, 5 points in total for Christian there. 3 points for his P8, 2 for his fastest lap.
Tells me that Christian has gone off the circuit and might have just ran slightly wide somewhere. I don't know, his time has come drastically down by 5 tenths to the next car behind, so he may have had a little bit of a more of a fight here. We're going to have a look at Ascari's moment from a couple of laps ago. What happens to him? Oh, there he goes. Yeah, wow, maybe he did spin then. Didn't say he crashed. We've been told crashed for a lot less than that, but interesting way of him getting back round there. On the throttle, on the brake, on the throttle, on the brake. Nice little 360, back round he comes. Now, Theo's closed the gap a little bit again now, after they've stopped fighting for maybe a couple of seconds anyway. See how long that one lasts. Another member not here is Ash Knight as well. Just thinking about him through the Aston Martin livery of Daniel has reminded me. Stefan's not here as well. To note.
So, a lot of regulars.
Yeah. When you say regulars, it really does make me think of the pub. They are regulars, aren't they? Absolutely. Yeah. People we talk about every week. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely the correct word.
Drivers are usually for every round. Not here this evening, quite a few of them.
No, well, the Grap's come down there by 7/10 in that last lap. So these two are closing the leader in here with Jose, which had a drive-through in race 1, so that's something to note as well. He'd be thinking about that, I'm sure. That could drastically change this race if something like that was to happen again. His off-tracks are... That's the off-tracks. Again, we say the off-tracks are those, but the incident points are the incidents in total, so whether they've had moments, that could easily bump there. There's a big lock up there from Daniel, so... As Enzo has had a big moment. Hasn't told me he's crashed, but he's ended up in the pits, so what's happened to Enzo? That's really wide on turn 1. Oh, and it's broke on him. What the hell's happened there? Right, what has happened to Enzo's car here? Sorry, it's just... Is he just turned in for turn 1?
Suspension damage. There and then.
Is it already
So
got?
he gets suspension damage as he turns in.
Has he? Does he?
Yeah, you can see you can hear the car actually dragging along the ground. You just look here. It might already even be on the car. You can hear the car scraping along.
Well,
the
rear
floor.
left. Is the rear left gone? Is it?
To me, it looked like the front left. He wasn't getting the turning that he needed. If it were a rear left, it probably just would have spun out. The
Right.
back would have stepped out and go into a spin.
Okay.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's really interesting. He's now out of this one, sadly. At one point, he did have the fastest lap of the race. I don't think he does anymore. I'm pretty certain it's going to... Look, though. It is to Christian now. But Enzo out of this one, then in P9, should get... Well, again, I don't know if he'll get 2 points or not for the race, or I think he might, just because he's in the top 10, so they might just give it to him for being here as well. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. That's interesting, really interesting to me. That's how that's broke on him. So is he a curb too hard or what?
I wouldn't know. That's a look back earlier on the lap, possibly. I mean, it could be going out the final corner. It could have hit that sausage curve.
Yeah, it was quite a big one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, could have penultimate corner before the final one. But yeah, I wouldn't know too well. You'd have to actually, like, see it. Just, look at it, see what happened.
Yeah, fully see it break. That's interesting. That's happened. Theo, in the other hand, though, has closed the lead down to less than a second now. He's also dropped Daniel, so the fight is on for the win. Disconnected from the first one. Still managed to finish in the end, to lap down and get some points, but chasing down Jose, which had an interesting first race as well with a drive-through, so both of them not having the best race one today, but they're looking to try and maximise their second one. The gap's come down even further now. Second on that lap, it's come down. We've got 5 minutes to go here, and Theo is going to be start to hassle Jose a bit here. Oh, really? Look at that. There's no gap at all now. Oh, he's throwing the car about a lot. With a lock up. Traction's not the best. Could have a good run here. Clearly the quicker car, but that doesn't always mean making the passes easy. Here we go.
Down the inside, beautiful move. Can you hold it though? Yeah. Yeah, it shows he's just fell a bit too far back from that. Clean move for Theo.
Yeah, I don't think anything Jose could have done there. Theo has picked up a few wins this season. He's looking to try and get another one with 4 to go. Already nearly putting a second on Jose in this one. Theo's been absolutely on form in this race, as Ricardo apparently has now had An incident on his own in P6. Let's have a look at what's happened to Ricardo. Just a casual spin on the exit. Oh no, not there then.
This bit.
And it's just, yeah.
Target's light mid corner.
Wasn't too bad at all. Oh, there's a whoa, come straight back to fear having a moment. Don't push too hard, mate. You can chill a little bit. He doesn't need to push too hard now. He's in the lead. 10 points coming his way if he just chills out a little and takes it cautious to this car, because it's clearly difficult to handle.
Indeed, it is very, very twitchy, very sensitive. Inputs had to be very, very precise.
Will Daniel get to Jose in time is the question now. It's now 1.5 compared to it was just over 2. Yeah, a minute and a half we'll be looking. One more lap after this maybe? Is the penultimate lap, would we say? They cost it at, what, 17 go, so they should get one more.
Yeah. Mostly on track just ahead.
Yeah, just ahead.
Possibly.
One more, definitely not. Definitely not 2 that we needed to cross it now. Leo went off apparently, just through here.
I think I did hear that.
But his gap didn't go down, luckily for him, but it's going down a little bit now, so he must have had to back out of it, or he's having to back out of it, because it's now down to 1 second.
I've got to slow down.
He might have got to slow down, he's dropped under a second now. Hopefully for his sake he's sorted that out, but yeah. His 2-second gap's disappeared. We will be going on to, I assume, the final lap. There's no pole waiver, sadly, but that is the timing beam. We've got 1 minute and 53 lap time, and we crossed it at 18:57. So we should be coming around with like a second-ish left on the clock, if I'm not wrong. No? I'm fully wrong, aren't I? What am I thinking that? Yeah. Bruno's entered the pit lane. That's interesting as we go on to the final lap that he's done that.
Cracker.
Yeah, I assume drive-through. That's the only reason you would be, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's the only reason drivers have entered pits in Formula 3 this evening.
Oh, that's deep. That's very deep from Daniel. Not Daniel Jose. Daniel's got a chance. Here we go. The P2. Is it going to be through cops? Oh, he's defended that. He's got to the inside and the outside to the end. Just enough room given. He's not going to stay on the road. The outside.
Oh, he's going to do it?
Wow.
That was close. Very close.
Didn't expect that to be the view when I came back.
Into Still Corner could be one of the last opportunities Daniel gets.
There's one. He's gone left already, so he can't really move again. He's moved again. He definitely can't move again. Oh, it's a lot of movement, isn't it? Daniel to the outside.
Is he going to make it? I think he is, you know. Round the outside, within track limits. Gets the inside for the chicane. That is a beautiful move if you can make it still.
Oh, he's in the curb. He's massively in the curb. And again. Oh, no.
Oh, no. That is...
And Rodriguez is rolling and rolling and rolling. Oh, he's kept it out of the wall, has he? Oh, his car's somehow still moving. He is going to drag that car to the line for third.
That ended in the way both drivers did not want it to. Just a little nick on the curb sent.
Oh, wow.
Manually into Jose there.
He is so lucky that he didn't get more damage there and managed to finish, because that would have been disastrous.
That would have been horrible for both drivers.
Scary has taken P4. Christian is on it for P6, and he gets it. On the last lap, Christian will get P6, so it's a little bit more points now. Fastest lap still intact as well, I believe. Yep, fastest lap intact too. P6 and fastest lap in race 2. He's dragged a result out of this one. What an interesting way to finish that race. Mario will take P8 as well. What a dramatic end. Oh, interesting. Where's Daniel's in P4 for some weird reason. So I believe that he's possibly got a penalty on that last corner for the contact from the game. And he's not been able to take a drive through, and it's given him a 30-second because Rodriguez is P2 and Ascari's P3 there. That's what I feel like's happened. I wonder if that will stand, maybe. That could be a question to be added. So Ascari might have got himself a podium, and Jose may have survived to get P2 in the end. But it won't change the winner of FIA then for round number 8, race 2, here at Silverstone. What a mixed day today was. That was chaotic right at the end, but pretty good, actually really good racing during that one for Formula 3 there. You must admit, the 3Y, the good racing, the unfortunate incident between Christian and Mario, but yeah, good racing. Here at Silverstone for Formula 3 and Formula 4. Good. Always good fun action here on Tuesday nights. Of course, Friday night we got... Oh yes, I'm not here Friday night. I am not here. I have to sadly work. I've not had to swap days. I've got no choice. Days for that I will work have been swapped this week, sadly, so I can't be here Friday night. So, I can't confirm or deny you whether or not you'll be able to watch the GT3, but I do believe it was told in advance. They are at Imola this week on Friday night. I'm sure that it still will be screened by someone. I won't be there. It is the penultimate round of the season in GT3. Next week is Sebring, the final race. So we're getting towards the crunch time in the seasons for all of the categories, but especially the GT3s on Friday nights. We'll be, of course, back next week on Tuesday night, hopefully, for round number 9. And we're at Alton Park with no chicanes, which the drivers sounded quite happy about earlier. That has been Formula 4 and Formula 3 tonight. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.